It's time for the customary end of the APES exam grading reflection video, which we always have to start at the local coffee shop. Lico was the coffee shop of choice for the AP exam graders this year in Cleveland, and it was beautiful. Can't beat the coffee there, so if you find yourself in Cleveland, make sure to go to Lico. I've been thinking a lot this morning about kind of the big takeaways from the APES exam grading process this year. And you know, I don't have any crazy insights about how to write better FRQs or like important concepts and topics you have to cover. I think after year 6 of reading, the biggest takeaway I had was just how amazing the community of teachers, college board employees, college professors, exam question writers, just how awesome the community is. Our chief reader is a wonderful college professor named Laura, and one of her favorite sayings when we start the exam grading process is, remember everybody, every paper is a student. Like, every paper is the culmination of one of your journeys through AP Environmental Science. And so I know that when you deal with a huge organization like the College Board and a huge standardized test process, it doesn't feel very personal. It doesn't feel very, catered to who you are as a student. But I just want you to know that the process is filled at every turn with teachers, College Board employees, college professors, people who care deeply about environmental science and about you as students, and who really, really take your work seriously. And so that was something I tried to do this year at the Read More, because every paper I came across, I got through 1,100 of them, so 1,100 APE scholars. I got to see a little bit of your APES journey. And I really tried to think with each paper I was grading, where's the student from? What was their journey like? What was one of their favorite labs? What's a local example, that they've worked into their FRQ? And it was fun to hear from a lot of you who see APES examples in your backyard, in your community, and you work them into your FRQs. And often it helps you illustrate a concept you're trying to explain. And so it was just really fun this year to really try to be more fully present with the FRQ grading process. It can get a little monotonous when you're on day 5, hour 6 of grading the same question over and over again. But I tried to just really engage fully with every paper and think about the student behind the paper. And that's really my big takeaway from this year of AP Environmental Science, this exam grading process, was how good it feels to be fully present, to really, put your phone away and engage fully for an hour or two with a bunch of students' work and think about the effort they put in and think about the points they're earning as you're grading them. And then when you're done, it's so fun to be present with all the other teachers, to play hacky sack, to go on walks, to hear about the restoration of the Cuyahoga River, to have dinner, and just reminisce on all the fun we had throughout the year with our own students, but all the fun we have together with each other when we're reading. It's such an amazing process. And so I guess one of my pieces of advice from this year of APES and from this reading really has nothing to do with like writing FRQs or earning a better exam score or anything like that, but it's just to try to be a little more present in both your studies, your efforts as a student, but then in your friendships and your sports teams that you're a part of, and the churches you go to and the neighborhoods that you belong to. Try to give yourself a little more presence there. Try to put your phone away, engage fully with the work in front of you, the people in front of you. The reading process of grading these exams is just such an immersive and engaging process. And after a week of doing so, I think it leaves a lot of us teachers just realizing how fun it is to fully engage with the subject we teach, but then also all the colleagues and friends we make along the way. So I hope you all have a great summer. I know so many of you worked so hard this year and you're hoping for those 3s, 4s, and 5s. But regardless of the AP exam score you get, I just want you to think about that presence. Think about what you learned in this course and the new thoughts you can have that you couldn't have had before. And so I hope you take that in your summer, and I hope you feel, a little more present with what you're doing as a student in the future, and a little more present and engaged with your friendships and everything you do with the people at your school that have nothing to do with learning. It's not all about AP exam scores. So as always, think like a mountain, write like a scholar, and have a great summer.